Numbers are startling. Between 30 and 40 million households at risk of being evicted. Mother of two, Patricia Mendoza, is one of them.
I felt like I was going to lose everything. I've never in my life got an eviction notice.
Patricia used to work as a medical van driver, but in April, her company went under due to COVID. Since then, she struggled to find a job and pay rent for their apartment outside San Diego. This fall, her landlord took the first step, serving her with an eviction notice so they could renovate her complex, a loophole in the evictions moratorium. Patricia says if it happens, she'll have nowhere to go.
What's your biggest fear right now?
Living out of my van. Having to tell my children that we have to move out and we're going to live out of a van.
Tenant advocates say our eviction system is broken, with women and people of color disproportionately impacted. While it's estimated the current federal moratorium has prevented over 1 million evictions, it expires at the end of March. And with only 16 states and Washington, D.C. offering extended protections, experts fear a tsunami of evictions is coming.
Landlords are filing new eviction cases at an increasingly aggressive pace. Housing court is considered a civil matter, so most tenants do not have representation, even if an eviction that they're facing is illegal or unjust.
In Ohio, Amanda Frank and her partner John say their landlord took them to court and got them evicted, even though they say they qualified for protection. Now, with an eviction on their credit reports, they say they can't get a new lease, forcing them to live in their SUV.
I clean houses for a living. I clean mansions, and it's so hard to go to these houses and think, I'm not going home. I'm not going home to a house.
Also struggling to survive, many mom and pop landlords. 76-year-old Leslie Hope rents out 6 apartments in LA to supplement her retirement income. Now, on top of her highest paying tenant not being able to pay rent, the city is ordering her to make expensive repairs to her building.
I'll probably have to go into my retirement. I've used up my emergency fund. I'm seeing people being forced into foreclosure. I mean, it doesn't look good for the small mom and pop owners.
People on both sides of this crisis facing an uncertain future with their livelihoods on the line.
There needs to be stronger protections for all of us. We're working class people, you know. We've always done whatever it takes to keep our families afloat.
And renter advocates say this is also a matter of public health because evictions put people at greater risk of contracting the coronavirus. They're less likely to recover and have led to unnecessary deaths in this pandemic. Dylan.
So, Joe, what can someone do if they're a tenant, they can't afford rent because of COVID, they're facing eviction? How can they protect themselves?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So many people are facing this issue right now. Experts say first, research your rights as a tenant in your state and in your county. Many local jurisdictions have stronger protections than the federal ones, and they make it harder for landlords to evict during this pandemic. Second, you can always reach out to a tenants' rights organization in your area. They can help you find free legal aid if your landlord decides to take you to housing court if it gets that far.
Useful information, Joe. Thank you so much.
Turn right onto East Bend.
All right, so I like to say Barak Day Hawa, Barak Day Hawa Shah, Barak Day Hawa, Barak Day Hawa Shah, Bahashim, Rakaha Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So, real quick, I'm going to grab these couple of scriptures, then I'm going to end it from there. Let me go ahead and get this Lamentations. Salakia, bear with me for a second because I'm driving here. Let me get this Lamentations chapter 5, verse 15. Right? Because, you know, you people are in the mourning right now. And when this moratorium ends at the end of March, you know, you're going to have over 20 to 40 million people out of homes. Right? Because you're looking at least $17,000 to $20,000 and backed rent. You know, you people, are late on these are late on your rent. You had these stimulus check passed from, what was the first one, 1.2 trillion, and then you had the 900 billion. Then you have this 1.9 trillion dollars, and the government give you this money, and you're supposed to use this money on your rent, and then in some cases may find another job to where it helps you with the rest of the rent you have to owe. But ultimately, a lot of you people then, turned around and, use that money for more likely uncertain things that you needed, right? And now it's, hard for you to find a job, or maybe it's hard for you to find a job because there's only specific jobs that you're looking into. But ultimately, this is coming down to you people being in mourning, man, right? So this is Lamentations 5:15. It says, the joy of our heart is seized, our dance is turned into mourning, right? So all of that joy that you had at one point in time, when you had your job, you was happy at your job, you was comfortable at your job, and now what happened? Now, since you have lost that job, or that job went under, right? Now you can't pay your rent, you can't pay the bills that you need to pay in order to stay in a stable home. Now you living in your van, or you living in your car and with your family. So now all that joy is being turned into mourning. So again, Lamentations 5:15, the joy of the heart, which is the mind, is seized. So the joy of the heart of the mind is seized. So now you being taken out of that comfortable position. Brothers out in the highways and byways, we've been prophesying of these things. We've been telling you people these things, that it's going to come a point in your life where events is going to lead up to you being in what? Lamentation or mourning. And this is what's happening. Millions upon millions of people is real soon going to be living in the streets, in tents, in your vehicles, right? And if you live in certain circumstances like that, it leads up to you not being able to, again, pay your bills. You're not able to pay a phone bill. You don't have internet. So you don't really have access to go find a job unless you're willing to get off your ass and go look for something, right? So a lot of you people, man, you about to be in some hard cases, man. Some hard cases. Like I was telling the brother last night, we're in beautiful times, man. These are beautiful fucking times that we're in, because these are the things that the Most High have put the Spirit on us to prophesy about, right? We've been prophesying of these things. So like the scripture says, the joy of the heart is ceased, man. So the joy of the heart is ceased. You people ain't having fun no more, man. The only ones that still having fun is these dumbass teenagers, or these people in their late 20s or early 30s, right? Which they're about to soon start getting evicted, right? It says, our dance is turned into mourning, right? Your dance is turned into mourning. That's why the scriptures tell you, for the city of confusion is broken down, right? This is what you coming upon, man. You coming upon what the scriptures say in what is that, 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. It says, in the latter times there shall come perilous times, right? So let's get this. This is the book of James. What is that? The book of James. So like, bear with me. Like I said, I'm driving and trying to pull out these scriptures. This is James chapter 4 verse 9. Salakia. James 4:9. The scripture says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Woo! Wow. Hey, so the Lord ain't playing games, man. Lord ain't playing games. People, hey, you people about to go through it, man. You people about to go through it. Hey, all that joy that you have is taken away. All that fun and game shit you have is about to be taken away, right? Cesare Borgia, he ain't about to save you. Who you call Jesus Christ, he's not about to save you, man. Right? Right? The altars that you have within your homes and outside of your houses with Cesare Borgia and the beloved Mary, they're not gonna save you, man. Right? The scripture says, "Laugh now, for you shall mourn later," man. Right? You ain't laughing no more. Now you tearing up. Now you crying. Now you lamenting. Right? And again, the scriptures tell you, right, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. And even now, you still seeking after those they can't help you, man. These nations, they can't help you, man. You people want more bills to be passed, more things to be passed to save your ass from being homeless, right? Save your ass from being homeless, but that's not gonna happen, man. Esau's not looking to save you people. He looking to put you to distress so you can depend on him, because ultimately what he wants to do is he wants to force that RFID chip on you people, man. So again, it says, James 4:9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. It says, let your laughter be turned to mourning and joy, and your joy to heaviness. Ooh, man. And your joy to heaviness. Let me get this. This is Revelations chapter 18, verse 8. Like I said, Salakia, I'm trying to drive with the best of my ability and get these scriptures out. But this will probably be the last scripture, and then I'm going to end it. Revelations 18:8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And remember, one day, right? One day to us is what, 24 hours, right? But one day to the Lord is 1,000 years, right? So in 1,000-year period, these things will begin to happen unto you people, right? It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judges her, man. So the Most High is judging her, which is America, man. You people about to go through it, man. You think evictions is all you're going to have to worry about? Pretty soon you're going to have to worry about a famine. Pretty soon you're going to have to worry about somebody kicking your tent over and taking everything you get. Right? Not only that, you're not going to only worry about that, but when you people living in tents, you got to worry about the weirdos out there, man. Right? You're going to have to worry about the weirdos out there that you tenting next to. Right? So, hey, a lot of things about to take place, and you people about to feel the effects, man. Well, you people are feeling the effects. So let me grab that back in James one more time. Right? James 4:9. Right? And the scripture says, be afflicted. It says, and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Like I was saying, when I refer back to the book, I believe that's the book of Luke, the 6th chapter. The scripture says, laugh now, for you shall mourn later. All right, so let me grab that real quick. This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 25. And the scripture says, but woe unto you, Salakia, 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger, right? You people at a point in time, you were full, man. You had your job, your stable job, a job you've been working at for 2, 3 years, 5 years, maybe 10 years, right? You was doing your thing. You was flowing. You was able to keep up with your bills, from your rent to your electric bill, to your phone bill, to your internet bill, to feeding the kids, right? To clothing the kids, right? To paying your insurance for your vehicle. Your car note, you was doing good. You was full. And now what's happening? Well, the scripture says, woe unto you that are full. Woe means destruction. For ye shall hunger. It says, woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Man, hey. Hey, man, the scripture, hey, the Lord is telling you, man, and this is coming out of Yahweh Shah, who you inwardly call Jesus Christ. This is coming out of his mouth, man. And again, the name of the Lord isn't Jesus Christ. The letter J didn't come about until 1524, right? And it was invented by a man named Gian Giorgio Trissino, man, right? And the letter J is a vowel, man. It's a vowel letter, man. So it's like, how can the Lord name possibly can be Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ, that name came about 500 years ago? So that makes no goddamn sense, man. So you calling on the Lord's name, you calling on Cesare Borgia, Pope Alexander VI's son, man. Right? So again, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Right? You people, all your fun times are at an end, man. See, you people don't want to dance to the music that's being put out there, man. And the music that's, as of right now, being put out there is this truth. The scripture says, hey, you know, you people aren't dancing to this melody, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. What is that? Matthew 11:7. Right? Let me see here. 17. Right. Matthew 11:17. It says, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented, man. Right? So we're telling you people, man, we're singing you the new songs, right? We're playing the violin, we're playing the guitar, we're playing the drums, right? We're playing all the musical instruments, and you people aren't dancing to it, but that's all right, because hey, referring back to Revelations 18, right? And 8, referring back, man, Salakia, man, 2 car accidents, and every time a woman is involved. Salakia, man, not to get off subject. But yeah, going back to James 4:9, going back to Lamentations 5:15, right? Most High is putting you people through mourning, man. Right? But yeah, you know, that's all I wanted to get on there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakaha Gadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.